Hey everybody, it's Daniel from Mobile Syrup, and I'm sitting here with Patel, and he is one of the lucky recipients of one of the beautiful Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1s that were given out to all the attendees, thank you, at Google I/O this year, and this is one of the few that's available in Canada. So I just picked up an Asus Transformer and I wanted to compare it, so let's take a look. We got this beautiful slab. It's a 10.1 inch screen, 1280 by 720 resolution. We got the power button and the volume rocker on the top. Let's just turn that on there. Oh, you gotta do your... Thank you. So far you can tell the screen's really sharp, much sharper than the Acer Aspire that I had, or Acer Iconia. It's about the same as the Transformer in terms of brightness and sharpness, but the one thing that I found really that jumped out at me was just how light the Samsung is. You can see on the back it's got that awesome Android pattern, and it's made of very hard plastic, very much like the Galaxy Tab, the original one. There is a 3 megapixel camera on the back with a flash, and here right next to it is a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and you see it's tapered very much like the iPad 2 because they had to fit it somehow, and you can just see how thin it is. Can you hold up the Asus just to compare it? Yeah, so you can just see how much thinner that is. Okay, so on the top you have the power button, volume rocker. Right side, what is that? Is that? Oh, that's a speaker.
Stereo speakers on both sides.
Stereo speaker. There you go. Very stylish. Bottom we have the that's the power and the HDMI. So there's a dongle, right, that connects to it for the HDMI.
We didn't get any.
Oh, you didn't get it?
No.
Okay. So apparently this is in order to save space, they didn't have any USB space for USB. So it's an extension slot.
No, there's no extension slot.
No, I know, but that's how you plug it into your computer. There's no USB.
Yep.
So it's very simple, and it's really, really light. Like, that's the one thing that really jumped out at me. And there's also the what is that? A 2 megapixel camera? 1 megabit, 1.3 maybe?
No, I think it's just a VGA.
Doubtful. But all right. So this is on max brightness right now. It's got Honeycomb on it, Android 3.01, and we'll just take a look here. Okay, so this will probably be updated to 3.1 by the time it's retail. Samsung has come out and said that, hopefully getting rid of some of the bugs as well. But you can see it runs pretty smooth. Let's open up a browser here. How does Firefox run on this?
It's pretty clean.
Yeah?
Much better than the native.
Alright, so you can actually use it at a Starbucks, which is really nice, because where's the submit? There it is. So this is pretty much Chrome. Doesn't have extension support, but it definitely runs Chrome pretty well. You can go. So here's the Samsung keyboard. You can see it's very similar to the one that they released with the Galaxy Tab, the original one, and has a dedicated caps lock key, which is nice. Oh, that's kind of weird. It's got caps lock and a shift key. You can go straight into the settings from the type pad. Has voice input, sound on key press. It's pretty cool. So you can see, unlike Asus, so Asus skinned the home buttons, whereas Samsung kept them fairly stock. I prefer the stock version. I'm not sure why Asus felt they had to change it. How's the battery life been on this?
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Consistently get about 6 hours.
6 hours of heavy
6 to
use?
7. Yeah, normal use.
Pretty good. go to the New York Times. You're probably going to get the mobile page here, yeah. So we'll just scroll down. And view. Okay, so that's the full page here, including flash. Okay, so once it loads, pinch to zoom runs pretty smooth. And let's load up video. Video is really, really nice. And you can see down here when there's a video, the controls will disappear after a few seconds once the video starts playing. So it'll take a few seconds to go back, or I think you just click. Yep, there you go. So now they're disappeared. Give you a full viewing experience. Just press back, and you'll go right back to the page. See, it scrolls really nicely. I really think Samsung's going to have a hit on their hands here. Once we get to a few more apps that are compatible with Honeycomb, I'm not going to hit anything sketchy with the gallery, am I? He's an upstanding guy. He's gonna
show you one of the really neat features of what the Samsung has is an ability to take panoramic pictures.
Oh, very cool. So you took it on this,
Yep.
on here. Wow.
Yep.
Very, very cool. And it's pretty clean, actually. There's no edges at all. Oh, cool. Very cool. All right, that's a really nice feature, actually. So that's another thing we wanted to see. Let's take a look at the camera software. Okay, so it's actually skinned. It's not the stock Honeycomb camera. So you got exposure, you got timer, single shot, small shot. Okay, so let's take a panorama shot of the Starbucks we're at here. That's pretty cool. Got it pretty well. Okay. So any other features that you think are worth mentioning here?
No, I think the panoramic feature is pretty cool. It's one of the best.
Okay, so it also has the front-facing camera. That's me. So let's see if we can get... No, you don't... It doesn't seem to show you what the megapixel value is there, so maybe... There we go. So the front-facing, the back camera is 3 megapixel, and yeah. So I think the front one is VGA. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we'll get back out of here, and that's pretty much it. So this is pretty much a stock Honeycomb experience. You know, you got the sliding app screen. Everything seems to be running pretty smoothly. Let's check out music. Okay, so here's the what's this? It's render view. Render view is what it's called.
Render script.
Render script. So you see how smoothly it's rendered in 3D. Great performance. And how's the sound quality on here?
It's awesome.
It's awesome. You got good stereo speakers.
Awesome.
And does it come with Google Books preloaded?
No.
No. Okay.
Not right now.
So, how's the e-reading experience? You got the Kindle.
Yeah, I don't think I have any books on there.
Okay.
So you're probably better off going to
Eldeco. So this isn't Honeycomb optimized though?
No.
Or is it? Okay. There you go, we got a real developer here. Looks great. Hang on one second. You got, the text is so sharp here. Honestly, I cannot explain to you how good this text looks. Very, very nice. And the brightness, the contrast is excellent. The white, the quality of the white is really, really high. This is on maximum brightness. Okay, so you also have a night mode here. Yeah, the blacks, I mean, this is not an AMOLED screen, obviously, but the blacks are really deep. Okay, so that's just the e-reading experience. So let's just do a quick comparison in terms of hardware. I don't know if you can get. So the Transformer is a little bit taller, and it's got this bezel here, this extra part, which I'm not sure what it's used for, really. But it's a little bit taller, a little bit wider, same resolution, 1280 by 720. As I said, it's a little bit thicker, but not too much taller. So comparable build quality, the Asus is a little bit heavier. It's actually a lot heavier. And but I think some of the build quality is a little bit better actually. And you got that dedicated HDMI out here. You have the micro SD slot here, which supports up to 32 gigabytes, which the Samsung doesn't have. And you got those nice you got those slot speakers on either side. So, just one more shot. If I can get it focused, there you go. Alright, so that's the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1 and the Asus Transformer 16 gigabyte. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, so we've initiated a G-Talk session. That's Pauline over there, and that's me. And we're right next to each other in a Starbucks using their Wi-Fi. And while the video is not great quality, and it's a bit choppy, you can definitely tell that it's live. You got the little head in the corner, and obviously we're gonna have some video doubling. Actually, let's turn down the sound. Yeah, so you can even do it over Starbucks Wi-Fi. How's that? Huh. Very cool. You can see the refresh rate's not that great on these screens. Actually, hang on a second. Asus. Look at that. Look how choppy that is. That's less. Look at that.
How is it on here?
This is perfect.
Yeah, you can tell.
Definitely better quality screen on the Samsung.
Ready?
Hey guys, we're gonna run the quadrant benchmark quickly on both. This is the Asus Transformer and the Galaxy Tab 10.1. Let's go. And take special care to look at the color on both once it gets to the 3D benchmarks. So definitely smoother on the Asus for some reason. It's probably because it's running 3.1. Colors are definitely darker on the Samsung. Look at the color on the Samsung compared to the Asus. A little bit brighter on the Samsung for sure. So let's go. Press yes. Okay, so the Samsung we got 2156 versus 2566. So that's probably the difference between Android 3.1 and 3.0.1. We ran this just before we started filming, and we got 1900 on the Samsung and 2100 or 2300 on the Asus. So definitely about a 400 point difference on both. Thanks.